Hey guys, it's running Kimono. Video is going to be a lot different than what I normally put out. It's not a haul. It's more like a lesson between the lines, sort of um, my thoughts on a subject. So a couple days ago on Instagram, if you follow me either of my accounts, I believe this is on my Photo Rachel account, which is my oldest Instagram account. I have a couple floating around. One of my very good friends, Lisa Sauce, kind of a newer couponer, but she's always finding deals, and she's a very nice lady, a subscriber who became a friend, and I really like her. I think she's a great person. She posted this, and sorry, Lisa, I'm calling you on the dance floor because I think there's a huge lesson between the lines here. She wrote this. She wrote, "Mad. I want a Kroger, Publix, and Meijer store within 10-mile radius of my home." And then there's a little emoji crying into next week on the floor there. And this is often a common thought that when people will see someone's hauls, especially a very experienced couponer who'll be like, "I got all of this for 14 cents and look at me now." You can see that and be like, I really wish, I really wish. And sometimes it goes from envy to hatred, where I see this on Instagram a lot. Let me preface and stress this is not about Lisa. She is like the nicest lady, and this is behavior I have observed from others. But sometimes people get really like, "It must be nice for you." And I see that a lot on Instagram, not calling anyone out, but I see those comments, especially for these monster Kroger calls. People, instead of being like, "Can you teach me your ways?" They flip it on the person, saying, "You're being greedy. This is too much. Are you really going to eat, all of this stuff?" And it's the wrong way to be if you want to learn how to coupon. So guys, when I really got serious into couponing, it was probably back in 2010, 11, around there. These pictures are from a different blog called The Kosher Coupon Lady. They're still online if you want to check out her website. But these photos are from that era of when people could go into a Kroger and just kill it. And she photographed her hauls very beautifully. Thank you, Kosher Coupon Lady, if you're watching this. I'm pretty sure she'll never see it though. But when I was starting out back in 2009, 10, I would see this and be like, "Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I wish." Like, I had no idea. And I would see this and be so envious and be like, "I need to figure it out." But instead of me writing a message and being snarky with the Kosher Coupon Lady, I would like look at her haul, try and decipher it myself, try and figure out the coupons I needed to collect, and try and figure out how can I do this. And that's how it all started for me. And when I was first starting out, guys, my hauls were laughable. I will show you some photos here in a quick second. But it's the best piece of advice in life or in couponing or anything. Become this woman's best friend. Try and be a master student. Be super cool. Anything. But if you're going to start criticizing either on any form of social media, she might block you, I might block you. We're here to support each other and build each other up, not say, "Nice job. I wish I could do that." And, I know that sometimes it's very frustrating, especially if you don't have the stores. But I'm going to share something with you here in a quick second that'll hopefully make this all tie up and make sense. But yeah, I mean, this is the sort of hauls I used to see back in the day and be like, "I wish, because I wanted to get in on this. I mean, I wanted those free Mardi Gras napkins and the lactate milk. I'm lactose intolerant. This is a haul that I really wanted, but I didn't have the knowledge on how to do it." So if you're walking into this, learning how to coupon, first bullet point from me to you is to be a good student. Really, really listen. Don't sit back and ask the most rhetorical question. If I'm like, "Go to Walgreens for this deal and do the following," and then you'll say something in the comments like, "Well, is the store Walgreens? What store is it?" Like, really pay attention, especially over on Instagram for breakdowns where everything's listed and somebody will ask the most, it's because they're not paying attention. And I get you're not always paying attention 100% of the time, but if there's a big Walgreens logo and it says Walgreens in the caption, it's Walgreens. It's not CVS, it's Walgreens. So be super observant, especially for bigger content makers with like 50, 100,000 followers on Instagram or even here on YouTube. Sometimes when you ask a very like a question where you didn't watch the video, they probably won't answer you. So be super observant and be a good student. Pay attention. So the first three are always combined, and then always be kind. Sometimes if you're going to write a snarky comment or be like, "Well, that must be nice for you that you have all this time to do this," and blah, blah, blah. hey, that's up to you to say that sort of comment if that's what you're really feeling. But it's not usually received very well, especially if there's an undertone of like snarkiness or like, enviousness in a bad way. Um, and I know this is a weird subject to talk about, but I see it all the time, especially on Instagram. So hopefully those three, deal with it as you may, but kill them with kindness, guys. The nicer you are, the more likely a content maker will reach out to you or help you if you have a really burning question. And that's like anything in life. Okay, the last couple of points is, to make any store your store to coupon. So say you live in an area that does not have a Meijer, a Kroger, a Publix. That's okay. You got to figure out a different store. You got to get your butt to Walmart, Walgreens, Rite Aid, whatever you might have, and then figure out what their policy is. Is the store super cool? Can you get coupon deals there? And figure it out on your own. Just because you don't have some of these fancy dancy stores doesn't mean that you can't get fantastic deals at your local Walmart, your local Meijer, your local Walgreens. There's 100 different ways to figure it out, and you will find a content maker or somebody on Instagram, Facebook that's killing it, and then you just have to observe, figure out, and try and see what they're doing and see how you can do that in your hometown. Now, where I live, guys, I don't have a CVS, I don't have a Target, I don't have a Kroger, I don't have a Publix. Do I still try and kill the coupon deals daily? Yes. And how is that? Because I figured out different stores, deals that they have, looking at the flyers, looking at my coupons, and trying to make it work for me. And even without a CVS and Target, I still make it happen. The closest CVS and Target, I think, is like a 3-hour drive. So hour and a half one way, hour and a half another way. That's almost a tank of gas, and it's just not worth my time and money to get one free toothbrush at CVS and to do like 3 hours of driving. No. So I pass on it. And I know a lot of you, those are the two stores you're always asking, like, hey, do you have this? Hey, do you have that? Could you do some matchups? The answer is no, because like a 3-hour drive, quarter tank of gas, and my time working and then doing these videos on the side, it's just entirely too much. So I just pass on it. And do I make Walmart, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Meijer and Dollar General my stores? Yes. So hopefully that makes sense. It's a balancing act, and you just make the best of what you have. Hey guys, so going back into my vault, I actually went through my like old archive of photos, and I used to photograph my stuff and throw it on Instagram and really brag about how I was robbing the store. And this is like one of my first hauls. I mean, it's really not much, but I think this was a moneymaker. And even when I was first starting out, like I just had things figured out quickly. And I would observe a lot of people that were shopping at Meijer specifically. That was the store I really wanted to get good at. And I used to do tons of Meijer freebies and deals back like circa 2012, 13, 14, and it's kind of fallen apart since, but like this was, I think, was a little moneymaker back in the vault. Here's a little haul that I did, I think, over at CVS. I used to shop at a CVS because the town I lived in at the time had a CVS, and I think I got all this stuff for free, if not a little moneymaker. But yeah, back in the heyday of CVS, like 2013, you can get so much stuff, especially paper was almost free or cheap all of the time over there. And then I used to do a lot of couponing too at the Dollar Tree. And I had a friend out of Vegas, and she would send me coupons. She was more of an experienced shopper, but she was really into Dollar Tree couponing. So like those little 4-packs of the Playtex and the Bullseye, like that was a freebie for the entire summer of 2012, I think. This was some freebies I got over at Meijer like a long time ago. You could see from the pixels of the photo, like everything looks kind of like there's like a film over it, and it's just an older cell phone. And even back in the day, they used to have these dollar off 2 Rockstar coupons that you could find at most gas stations here in Michigan. They no longer put them out. But with this coupon, you could, like, when they had the dollar items over at Meijer, buy 10, get the 11 for free, they were often really cheap for Rockstars. So, I mean, like, I really wanted things to change. So I just started studying, watching people. Back in the day, you were not allowed to ask questions over on Instagram or you would get blocked. And just through the power of observation and trying to be nice to people, sending them coupons, whatever it took, I amassed a very small stockpile. This was one of the apartments I used to live in, and I wanted to have like a couple shelves in this spare room, but I quickly realized all this detergent and stuff really smelled, so I had to put it all in totes because it was just like overwhelming. And from that, giving myself like a good couple of months to learn this, began to haul a lot more stuff. I was like always looking for coupons, trying to figure out deals. I think this was actually a Kroger deal, and these were like 99 cents each. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a friggin' steal. 99 cents today, I would never pay that. But back in the day, I used to think that was awesome. And this is more, I think this was Meyer and the Dollar Tree. I used to coupon a lot at the Dollar Tree when I was first starting out because with, the fact that you could use a dollar coupon, something that would scan at the store, bingo, and I used to love to get like free items there all the time. But yeah, can you imagine the amount of hauling I did back then? But I was like tenacious. I didn't care if it would take half a day. I just wanted the free tampons and pads. I think this was the winter of 2014. There was a dollar coupon on the Airwick Enchanted Holiday Sprays. These were $1 at the Dollar Tree, and I got, I think, like 20 of them. A friend of mine sent me like 20 coupons, so I went and got 20 of them. And I think I donated every single one to like some not-for-profit because it was just way too much for me to have. It was enough that I could have like launched myself in outer space. I don't have any more of these though. I mean, I had a ton and now there's nothing left, but it was like a vanilla spray and I did many transactions over at the Dollar Tree. You can only imagine how much fun that was. And quickly, I tried to figure out how to get really good at Target because I lived in a town with a Target right down the street. So I used to go and do like deals whenever they had like some sort of beauty thing, like $5 off of a $15 purchase of beauty items. You could pair that with coupons and get stuff really cheap. They used to allow overage back then. So, I was really pushing things hard and I was a kind of a Target queen for about a year. And this is another haul that I found around Halloween. It was to get these um, tank tops for free by Fruit of the Loom. This is like years back. If you're an old school couponer, you could probably see some of these items and say, oh yeah, I remember that. But even these hauls were not as massive as the ones that I showed you from the Kosher couponer. But you start small and then you grow and grow and grow if you can grasp it. And finally, my puny little stash of hand soap, it really, really grew because this is one thing I wanted. And I started finding like after clearance events, like after Halloween, if soft soap would have like a special like limited edition soap, I would stock up on that because it's all the same thing. And I just started growing my stockpile like crazy. Okay guys, so this was really a different kind of video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. As always, thank you so much for watching and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.